welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, let's give it a stretch. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been to work on. Like, I still need to get that thing figured out. I'm not sure what's happening. I think I have to take out the nozzles or whatever to make sure. I'm not sure. Still working on this. I got a few more magnetic strips to paste to this panel so I can first I got to dry it out, you know what I'm saying, make sure it's cured properly. So I'm going to put some weights on it. I have one here now on the floor, so that's working. So hopefully by the end of the day, it'll be all dried and put up there. So I need to get that done so I can dry. And a bunch of other stuff that I'm trying to get done. Like, I'm trying to put together some 3D printers and get ready because I've got a lot of stuff to do this week. So if I'm the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. So by doing untilit.works, I can just dedicate time to be like, all right, from this time to this time, I'm going to work on these things. And I figured, hey, you know what? Why not have maybe other people are the same way? And then, it's the type of thing when you go to a library because everyone else is studying, and it kind of makes you do some work. So untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on, trying to make some progress, whether it be, gluing magnet strips to some plastic for an enclosure. Or maybe you're working on a project or writing a blog post, whatever. Learning a new language. It's just 45 minutes, heads down, focus work, working on what you're working on. Then I'll pop up here like 15 minutes after the hour, depending on how far along the strip I've gotten glued down. Around 15 minutes after the hour, I'll pop up here to remind you to take a break, get up, walk around, drink some water, or you can sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. The whole point is, don't think about the thing you're just working on. Let your mind kind of relax, right? So, like I mentioned, I'll pop up in here with the video. Now, if you ever come to the site in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. That's because browsers don't allow for autoplay videos with audio. That's why the notice there is saying you may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is open close caption button. Now, I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click that button, a space will open up, and the words I'm saying will hopefully be turned into text accurately and placed in that box. All right, there's 2 other buttons. Don't worry about them. To add a clip and create a highlights video. They're broken. Don't worry about it. There's a countdown timer, count on when the next work session starts. And then if you'd like to join the room to chat or ask questions, you can do that there. All right, now the work session will look something like this. And again, these are 45 minutes, just heads down, working on what you're working on. If you check out the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left is an audio player, so if you want to listen to some music, you can do that there. We have the to-do section here toward the center, where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button. You'll then add it to the list. You can edit the task by clicking the text. You can delete it by clicking the X button. Or if you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. That'll send it to the done section. So if you click that header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter and it'll pre-populate a tweet listing out all the things you got complete with check marks next to them. For me, it's like a good visual representation of oh, got some stuff done, feeling good going into the week. You know what I'm saying? Over the right column, we have a countdown timer. Count down when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you don't have a thing that you've been meaning to work on, but you still want to be productive, and you heard that web development sounds cool. So I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think if you complete those programs, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you'll spend more time and or money in pursuing web development. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. I know about this highlight thing, and that's part of the broken stuff that I will fix at some point. Hako. Hako stands for help a coder / creator out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on whatever that you're working on, or maybe you want some feedback, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people into. And the goal is that together as a collective, you can get that feedback or the solution on the thing that you're working on. So if you're to click view Hako, it'll show you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on where they logged in with, to check out their profile and to see whether you'd like to request to join the room. I also added a filter list. So if there's a certain subject that you're looking for, maybe it's in the filter list and you can narrow it down by that. And now if you click create a Hako, present with this form, you put in the title and 3 keywords. You hit create, it'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join your Hako, it looks like this. We have a title at the top. Over on the right, you can leave with the leave button. You can open the menu for some more options. We have a text chat here to the right. On the left is a countdown timer. You can copy the URL again, and then you can click to share to Twitter again. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're requesting to join your room, so they'll show up under pending. Now, you can click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile. And from there, you can decide whether you like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. Because again, the point of the Hako is for you to get help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. I think by being able to show others what it is exactly that you're seeing, you'll be able to provide the context for them to be able to understand what it is and get you that help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako, like I mentioned, we have a text chat here. Put your message here towards the bottom and hit send. I also added the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. I also provide the opposite. We enable text to speech. So if you press that and enable it, all the messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. So that way you can still follow along without having to look at the text chat. And yeah, again, check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And that is it. Cool. So I'm going to get back to gluing some stuff together. But I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of A Butta. Well, he used to go by A Buddy. I think he goes by Anthony Cruz now. And so we're going to listen to a track called Thank You, because thanks for hanging out. I'll see you 15 minutes after the hour. We'll talk about something I found interesting on the internet. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Again, this is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. The track's called Thank You. Thanks, y'all. Y'all be easy, and I wish you much productivity. All right, peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you were there. And I feel like, yeah. And everybody says, yeah. We spread a love like, yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you were there. And I feel like, yeah. And everybody says, yeah.